Oh, Rabbi Wilhelm.
Hey, Shalom Aleichem, how are you? You guys, I came here to a place where they're getting ready for the summer activities. And I'm trying to explain to them that how it's connected to this week's Parsha. In this week's Parsha, it says, Vayhi ben Soya Orein, and there's traveling, and Al Pi Hashem Yachnu, Al Pi Hashem Yiso. Every time you move from wherever to wherever, whenever, it all has to be Al Pi Hashem. The Shalah HaKadosh says, what does it mean, Al Pi Hashem Yachnu, Al Pi Hashem Yiso? That wherever you go, whatever you're going to do is Baruch Hashem, Im Yirtz Hashem. Always bring Hashem's name involved in. You have to not bring. Obviously, Hashem runs the world, but you have to verbalize it. Im Yirtz Hashem, Al Pi Hashem, Baruch Hashem, wherever, whatever. So, as people are getting ready for the summer activities, make sure it's safe. Do what Shulchan Aruch says. I think there's a nice helmet over here. Do it safe and sound, and when you do it, Al Pi Hashem, there's a tremendous security and a shmirah. Now, it's interesting to note that when the Torah speaks about the Masois, it doesn't speak about how long when they camped. There's very little mention about how long they camped in each place. We know there were Membe's Masois. It speaks about the Nesiyah, the traveling, but how long they camped. There were some places they camped just overnight. Just overnight. It's the Nesiyah, Al Pi Hashem Yiso. Why? Because even though the Yiso, the traveling, is to get to the promised land, wherever you are, you have to be fully invested. Even if you're there for a small period of time, you have to be there completely. Like by Chassidim we say, you have to be a pnimi. There is a vart. We just celebrated Matan Torah. There's a vart that says that the Eibusha says to Moshe Rabbeinu, Alei alaya hara, come up to the mountain, v'heyesham, and be there. Why did he say and be there? If he calls him up to the mountain, where should it be? Down there? Obviously it has to be in the mountain, upstairs. And the answer is, Hashem says to Moshe Rabbeinu, I want you to come here, but I want you to be fully concentrated and invested in what you're doing now. Don't be here and there at the same place. That's a tremendous lesson that we have to learn. In Perkei Avos, I think it's the Alshich that learns Pshat, Al tiyu ka'avodim ha'mishamshim saravo manas lekabi pras. Don't be like those slaves that serve their master to get a reward. So he says pras has another interpretation. Pras means a piece. Chelik, what does that mean? Don't be like those slaves that do things half, a bit, piece. Whatever you do, be totally invested with you, as long as you're doing something kosher, and as long as you're doing something holy, and as long as you're doing something right. At this time, be totally invested in what you do. Now, this week's parsha is called Parshas Baha'alotcha. Just that word gives you a way how to serve Hashem. You always have to be going up. A yid always has to go up, up, up. Never stay stable. The famous line the Rebbe would always say, the sign of a living thing is one that grows. If the hospital machine, the monitor shows flat, you always have to go up, up, up. But I did see this week from a person who his family just printed a sefer of his machberes of what he wrote. I saw a very fascinating comment that he makes. We know that the lighting of the menorah, according to many shittas, could be done not only by a kohen, could even be done by a Yisrael. The cleaning of the menorah, the atavas of a neiros, that has to be by a kohen. What does that tell you? To ignite another yid, to give him the match, give fire to another yid, give warmth to another yid, nobody is exempt from that. You don't only have to be a kohen, a tzaddik, a rebbe, a rosh yeshiva to inspire others. Every person, ksheira bizarre. But you can't make your own rules and regulations. It all has to be the hatava, the cleaning, the foundation has to be the foundation of the kohen. The rebbe, the tzaddik, the shulchan aruch tells you what's right, what's wrong. But if you take how the tzaddik sets it up for you, how the shulchan aruch sets it up for you, and he goes and he tells you how you spread warmth, how you spread Torah, nobody is exempt. Even a non-kohen has the right to, according to many shittas, to light the menorah. And I think that's a tremendous lesson. About the menorah, there's a very famous remez from the Gra. The Gra says, you know, the Moshe Rabbeinu throughout the career had some things that he was told by the Eibush that he had difficulty to understand. We know the menorah, it falls in the middle of this parsha when it talks about lighting the menorah. It says it should be mixtures of. It should be a one stick gold. We're not talking about how to make the gold, how to make the menorah over here. Over here, it's talking about the lighting. Why is it mentioned again? The structure of the menorah. First of all, Moshe Rabbeinu had a difficulty understanding it. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know how do you make a stick gold. How does it miraculously turn out to be a menorah? And the lesson is, only things that come with difficulty have a permanent last. Things that come easy, go easy. Again, it's the same point. And be totally invested in what you do. And it's a little rough, a little tough, but that will stay forever. What are the other things that Moshe Rabbeinu had a difficulty understanding? The Machzis HaShekel and the Chodesh HaZelachem. If you take Moshe Rabbeinu's name, Moshe, Mem Shin Hey, Mem is for the menorah. Moshe Rabbeinu had to be shown how to make a menorah. The Shin is for the shekel, and the Hey is HaChodesh HaZelachem. Those are the three things Moshe Rabbeinu was taught had a difficulty, and it came in hard. And those are the types of things that will last forever. So each one of us should be inspired to inspire others, and invest yourself totally like you do. You'll definitely be successful.